today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Ryan Tannehill and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Right back to Pitts again. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete to Rager. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Under at the 10. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. And his kick here is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete. It's Cornell Powell. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Cornell Powell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, Dillon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. One quarter in the books. 8-3, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On second down now, Dillon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That'll be caught. It's Rager. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Tannehill's throw taken in by Ridley here. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Dillon again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in here by Powell.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw, eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Hardman. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Atlanta regains possession of the football.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Tannehill.
Now swing pass for Dillon. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Tannehill finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Tannehill.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's got a man complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Offense.
This is unbelievable.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Second down at 5.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
63 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Edwards-Helaire.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Mahomes will throw for it. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion, and sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 29, Tannehill. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. On 1st down, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. They'll try and throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll check this down, complete to Dillon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Open man is Jalen Darden. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Now Tannehill.
This is to Pitts on a quick slant.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Tannehill.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd down and goal. Tannehill. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab.
And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Tannehill looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On first down, it's Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
5 yards remain on second down.
Tannehill. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last throw here for Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced